You're started. You're going.
Whew. Parched. Oh, my papers.
3,
Gosh.
2, go. Hello, Stalin, and welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Tell the audience a little bit about your 5-year plan.
My 5-year plan is to get everything under government control.
So your plan is to control all small businesses and distribute all resources?
Yes, my plan is to build heavy industry, improve transportation, and increase farm output.
What are your intentions with the 5-year plan?
I intend for the government to control economy and industry and agriculture so I can make everything modern and better for Russian citizens.
How is the 5-year plan going to affect the economy?
I plan to make our totalitarianism government and a communist government.
What changes do you want to make in the industry?
I want to increase production in goods.
How will you increase this production?
I'm going to push all my workers as hard as I can, and the ones who succeed get bonuses, and the ones who don't get punished. To make higher production in the industry, I also want to make large factories use new technology, such as hydroelectric power stations, and increase oil, coal, and steel production.
What will be the effects of all these new changes?
There will be new railroads. The living standards will be low, sadly. Central planning will be inefficient. The wages will be low. The workers will be forbidden to strike.
Stalin, how will the 5-year plan affect and change the agriculture?
The government will force the smaller farm to join together to make bigger farms. Then the bigger farms will be controlled by the government. Now that the farms are bigger, we expect them to produce more grain and produce more goods to supply the cities. Now that the government owns the farms, they provide tractors, fertilizers, better seed, and anything and everything the farms need.
How could the peasants possibly benefit with all this?
Well, with all the new technology, the peasants will learn new farming methods. The peasants will be able to keep the houses and their belongings, but their animals and implements, well, we'll have to turn them over to the collectives.
Oh, is there anything else the government did?
The government set all of the prices for crops, so that means the farmers will have to sell the crops at lower prices. That also means they're not going to make a lot of money to pay for their families.
Oh, so what happened to the people who didn't go with what you said?
Well, there's this guy, Lenin, and he wanted to see if the people could hold on to the small plots of his land.
And what did you do with him?
I saw that as a threat to the state power. He didn't want to go with my plans.
Oh, I see. There have been rumors about kulaks. Can you explain what they are and what they did?
Oh, the kulaks are the wealthy farmers. I thought they were behind the resistance and planning against me.
And what did you do with them?
I declared to liquidate the kulaks as a class. I sent them to labor camps. Thousands of them died. People started growing just enough food for themselves. This caused a famine. We called this the terror famine.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the tactics you used in the terror famine?
As I said before, I sent people to the labor camps. We called them the gulag.
Can you tell us about the Great Purge?
I was fearing that the other parties were planning against me, so I put together a special group of secret police.
Oh, and what did they do?
They cracked down on the old Bolsheviks and the party activists.
Well, thank you for your time, Stalin.
You're welcome.
You heard it here. The 5-year plan had many impacts on the economy. Stalin made many improvements. The impacts on industry was more factories, which made more production in goods. The impacts on agriculture was it made the smaller farms combine to much larger farms. The government controlled everything. It caused the terror famine. The terror famine wiped out between 5 and 8 million Ukrainians. All in the 5-year plan helped the economy, but it made it bad for some people who did not want to obey what Stalin had said. I'm Hannah, and thank you for listening.